Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Cricket.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the brand new episode of TFG Cricket Podcast. We are here not for the review of India versus Australia. We know what has happened, but to a went-out session, I would say.
No. Brand new podcast on brand new era for Indian Test cricket. Finally.
I have CP and Vivek Krishnan with me. So let me just start this with, is Steven O'Keefe a better bowler than Moeen Ali?
I read somewhere.
Saqib Al Hasan?
I know he's not. Oh yes, you remember the phone call, don't you? But yes, I read somewhere. Headline was Stephen Bishan Bedi.
Oh man!
I read that from a very renowned Indian writer. Great article, but that's how we played him.
Yeah.
We played Moeen Ali the way we used to play Muralidharan, and we lost. Not at home, but away. Nobody saw this coming, Nikhil. This is, it has been a humiliation, no question about it. But I think the loss has come at the right time. As Sachin said, India still favourites. India will come back and win the series eventually. But this wake-up call, reality check was needed in Pune. But before we get into how and where we lost the match, I want to remind our viewers, one of the reasons, when we were previewing the match, we spoke about how overconfidence, complacency and cockiness can come back to bite us in the backside. That's exactly what has happened. I remember when Ganguly was leading India, we used to win test matches every now and then away. At home, 2001 series, we came back from the brink, beat Australia. In 2004, he said this, we'll convincingly beat Australia and India. It was a 4-match series.
Yeah.
We lost that series 2-1. The first test match, the moment he saw green top, Nagpur chickened out. That was Sourav Ganguly for you.
Yeah.
I'm drawing comparison. Why? Because I see Virat Kohli in the same bracket. He's not someone who's going to shy away from any challenge. But that cockiness, that arrogance was there. Something India never carried when MS Dhoni was there. Clearly सब लोग सुनो MS Dhoni MS Dhoni never
सुन के लो मैं जो बोल रहा है सुन लो
MS Dhoni
Harbhajan especially
Harbhajan is an idiot. Okay, let's somebody wrote to him. So after O'Keefe's performance, he said he didn't bowl good balls to get wickets. And he also said, I know how much I have struggled to pick 400 plus wickets in test match. Somebody wrote to him saying, tu to phekta tha ball. So this is the reality. Let's not drag Harbhajan into it. But again,
he
Nikhil
drags himself into it.
Time and again. Why? So that's where I feel somebody like Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar, always class apart. You have to take it in your stride. Yes, Australia were the better team. There is no shame in losing to a better team. Take your cap off, say, well played, I'll come back strong next time. Yeah. That is exactly what this Indian team and Virat Kohli should do.
But CP, Indian squad, they are the best to play the spin. At least that is what we know, since all these years.
See, I think I've made this statement before also, I'm repeating it. If sport was to be decided on paper, then you could just say, अच्छा ये team is better than this team, चलो इनको ये series दे देते. The whole thing is that you get out on that field and how you react to situations. And we have been talking about this when New Zealand came. We said, देखते कुछ one innings great from New Zealand point of view, and let's see if they buckle under pressure. England came, we said, होने दो. In fact, Bangladesh actually gave some kind of inkling of a fight. And in the last podcast, I said, there was a innings where Ashwin and Jadeja didn't take anything with Bangladesh. So this whole thing is, we are so dependent on these two players to win us test matches. And see, in test matches, you have to take 20 wickets. And so the easiest solution is give a track which suits your strengths. And we have been doing that and we have been winning. But you always forget that the first innings collapse happened. Acha, theek hai, it's a one-off. 6 wickets, 7 wickets went for 11 runs. 40 overs में all bundled out, ठीक है. Next inning में तो नहीं होगा. I mean, look at the irony of life. 6 for 35, 6 for 35.
Yeah,
I mean,
nothing changed.
And the collapse was equally 7 for 11 runs, either 6 for 10 runs or whatever.
Very identical.
Very identical. I mean, you would think that it can't happen twice. It happened twice within 2 sessions each.
And that's not a fluke.
And
definitely.
we batted total 75 overs in the test match. That's just...
We do better than this when we go away. I'm talking about overs.
So is it because that we played in Pune
And
it
an
was the
Indian
first-
commentator
it was not.
Indian commentator pointed this out in a very subtle manner. I'm afraid he's going to get the as they say pink slip like Harsha Bhogle. No. Let's
Okay, but did it matter that we played the first test match in Pune and none of the team was...
It didn't matter. What mattered was what we discussed, and we discussed rightly that you're facing a side which is led by a different person compared to a Kane Williamson or a Alistair Cook. And here there are two people, Warner and Smith.
Yeah.
One is in-your-face aggression, the other is subtle but very, very, doesn't like to lose at all. He's very, very clear that he doesn't like to lose. And we just played
But
into
they
their
were very
hands.
calm throughout the...
No, see, the thing
match.
is when the momentum
Is in your favor.
Naturally, you collapse
need.
and
There's no need to sledge or...
Yeah, see, there was no secrets on the pitch. It was clear that the guy who got a 75-run first innings lead will be in command of the game.
Yeah.
And we gave them a 150-run lead. So the game was always in their command. But what went wrong, or we were hoping it wouldn't go wrong, we kept saying that India is becoming complacent. India is saying ki we are at home, we'll win, and there's no problem. Harbhajan saying even if they play very well, India will win 3-0. And this kind of thing, when it came to the crunch time, when it came कि अच्छा स्पिन है इसको तो खेलें, and the attitude of Rahul and Murli Vijay of taking the DRS, we all say that they did a wrong thing by wasting the DRS. See, they didn't do a wrong thing at that point. They were so sure that they were playing right, that they're playing spin right, that हम तो out ही नहीं हो सकते. That is where the whole attitude was. And now you can analyze, in hindsight you can analyze anything. You can say, like Vivek pointed out, that somebody said that they were not good spinners, therefore they got wickets. So the good spinners,
the ball turned that extra mile and we lost.
Yeah. And
Can you believe this?
Absolutely. So Ashwin and Jadeja, the best exponents of spin, bowling on a spin-friendly track, are spinning it so good that they can't get wickets. And a half-baked spinner, because he can't spin the ball well, he's getting wickets.
But did he pointed out that
He didn't spin the ball at all.
Absolutely.
The only ball that spun was Rahane's. Unfortunate dismissal.
Yeah.
So on a turning track, a straight ball is a wicket-taking delivery.
Yeah.
And that's why you see Anil Kumble didn't complain. But
Our fielding was horrible.
Yes, before we get to the fielding part, I want to mention, if you guys heard a podcast when we were previewing the event, we spoke about two things. One is, like CP said, the captain was leading from the front, and that could make all the difference, Steven Smith. And CP also spoke about the toss. The toss was a very crucial element. England won the toss twice against India, but it was a meek surrender.
Yeah.
They didn't take advantage. Australia, with Steven Smith, they said, boss, they were 198 for 7 or something till the time he came, Mitchell Stark, that onslaught, 270 something. That was a good score. But the second innings, the way, yes, you could talk about it was not a chanceless innings, but boss, to grind on that surface and to make sure you don't get out, because all you need is one ball, Nikhil, and that pitch was not easy to bat on. But still, he said, no, I'm going to be there. One of the best hundreds ever. Yes, we discussed this. We can't go back to last year or even last month and say, was there a better
Great innings?
innings? No, I can't recollect Joe Root innings in Johannesburg. I remember double 100. Virat Kohli's 235 at Wankhede, I remember. But then you really need to go back and check. This is what the memory can serve. Otherwise, more information you have to go and see some website. But that's how it was. But he said, okay, I'm not too... It was an ugly innings. It was not he was grinding it out there. It was not very. It was not a flamboyant. Not a very.
It was
graceful.
ugly because he got some chances.
No, not only because he got some chances. The ball was making him look ugly. So many balls were turning square.
Yeah, he was getting beaten. Yeah.
But he had the presence of mind to leave the ball at the last stage. He remained. Although you know what people talk about Steven Smith, how he shuffles, the way he gets to the pitch of the ball. Boss, give him credit. Every second ball he's stepping out, he doesn't get stumped.
Yeah.
Now that is also talent.
Yeah.
Okay, the bowler knows you are charging at me. I can really bowl a quick one outside off, or I can fly it, beat you in the guile, get you stumped. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
That is class, boss. So
No, so coming back to the basics, fact remains that there are 2 batsmen in that team and there are 2 bowlers in that team. And it should have been enough for us to be overconfident, forget about confidence. But now we are in a situation where we are facing 5 batsmen and 4 bowlers. Because now in the next match, we are not worried about Stark and Hazelwood. We are worried about Nathan and Steve. 2 Steves.
Stephen O'Keefe.
Can you imagine? Warner hasn't scored till now.
Yeah.
Hazelwood and Stark haven't performed till now.
Yes.
Except Stark actually batted. But
And history suggests that the batsmen, top order, have had a good record at Chinnaswamy.
Yeah.
Imagine 2 hours of David Warner at the top. And we are very generous. Umesh Yadav, Ishant Sharma. I don't know if Ishant Sharma will make it to the playing 11. There could be, yes, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. But Karun Nair is another candidate. Because if Jayant Yadav is not doing the job as a 5th bowler, don't play him. Because like we maintain 6 can't bat, what are you expecting the 7th batsman to do? He can't go out there and get your 50, 60.
Yeah, you need the Stark who comes and makes a quick fire 30, which we have a Jadeja, we have a Ashwin, we have Umesh Yadav also who can swing his bat. 20-30 run to aise bana leta. So the thing is, are we now panicking? Which we shouldn't. See, all the statements are being made that, okay, this is great, one-off, reality check, we got a taste of our own medicine, everything. But is it actually, seeping into their minds? Is it creating doubts? The worst thing for India, I'll tell you, is that KL Rahul, Murli Vijay, Ajinkya Rahane, and if Karun Nair comes, none of them are sure of their places in the team.
Yeah.
And now, till now it was easy. You knew कि जाके तो 20, 30, 50 तो एक innings तो. Now you are going out there, 2 horrible innings you have had. Now you are on the back foot because you are trailing in the series. Even if the match had been a draw, you could have said, "Chalo." Now you have to win. Otherwise, it's
and
like
there is a Rohit Sharma. People like players like Rohit Sharma, waiting and waiting.
Shikhar Dhawan, Manish Pandey, Karun Nair.
Yes.
People are just waiting. Not that they'll come in and they'll get
Parthiv Patel is also waiting.
Yeah, exactly. So finally we are in a situation where India has to think, India has to do something beyond just making spin-friendly pitches. You have to go out there and you have to score runs against good bowling attacks, which now includes 2 spinners, which have become Bishan Singh Bedis of the world.
Yes, suddenly.
Suddenly. Steve O'Keefe, he didn't even think he would be taken for the test match.
In fact, I feel there was no homework done on Stephen O'Keefe because, with all the greats like Hazelwood, Stark and...
Homework. Was there a case for homework?
Exactly.
I honestly don't
that's
think
what
so.
That's what got into their head.
No. I remember when Australia declared their squad and when they saw Swepson, Agar, Nathan Lyon and O'Keefe, many Indian former cricketers I'm talking about, they just laughed their ass off. They said, "Is this the team? The worst." You
used to bring Shane Warne over here.
Yes. So I think the problem was we didn't apply Nikhil. Somewhere I think.
I'll add on to that. I'm not correcting. I'm just saying we applied our minds how to play Stark, how to play Hazelwood, and how to spin them out. So the thing about we being spun out, माने किसी के दिमाग में आया ही नहीं. Let's be very honest. Even in our mindset never came that we will be spun out. That Monty आया कुछ तो किया चलो 6 साल पहले या
Monty को call back मिल रहा है.
Monty को call back. Oh yeah. I remember, Nikhil, we spoke about how Australia hired Muralidharan
Yeah.
and Monty Panesar, the camp in Dubai. Not many realize that before coming to India, Australia spent good few weeks in Dubai. You know, practicing spin bowling, playing spin bowling. Monty Panesar, I'm not saying his advice would have worked, but you never know. Something, and I also read somewhere, Australia, why did Australian batsmen do well against India? The reason being, like we said, the ball was turning that extra bit. And Australia were on the attack. Ian Chappell pointed this out, very beautifully written. He said the moment they saw the ball being given air, they rushed down the pitch, negated the spin. The moment they saw the ball slightly short, they went back, cut, pull. Moment they saw the ball on a good length, bat first and not pad. How beautifully someone can analyze.
Yeah,
This
but
is
see, the
precisely
thing is-
why we lost.
But these are the basics.
Yeah,
You're
these are the basics.
I mean, you
Three
don't,
things,
you're
three
a,
paras.
You're a test match batsman. You don't expect anything else to be done. I mean, but now the problem for India is that the demons have seeped into the minds.
Yeah.
Now there you are going to see all kinds of wicked things on the pitch. Stark coming in is going to be a deadly bowler, and you will be dreading the spinners coming on. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, earlier it was ki play out Stark and Hazelwood and chalo abhi good partnership of 100. Now you are worried, boss, will this guy turn? Now Nathan is supposed to be a better spinner than Steve,
Yes.
and here he is. He hasn't even taken any wickets here. So suddenly you have a batting squad which is full of doubts. And if the team management has to do anything, is to tell them, guys, you have been playing, you're a good batsman. This happened twice in a test match. Just go there and score runs.
Okay.
You know, there's nothing more. These are the same bowlers who have come.
Yeah.
Suddenly they haven't become deadlier than Bishan Singh Bedi or Murli or whatever. And you just need to again go out there, focus on the ball and get runs. Because if you don't give runs on the board, nothing that Jadeja and Ashwin can do.
Yes.
And unfortunately, there is no way Ishant Sharma, Umesh Yadav are going to win us a match. Finally, we have to.
But by the same token, I would like to say, if India can bat well, I think we'll win the test match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see Australia drawing the test because they never play for a draw, Nikhil.
they never play.
They're always on the attack. And a team that is led by Steven Smith. That's where I feel 350, 400 on the board. Like CP said, don't press the panic button. You have been doing extremely well. You have played better spinners than O'Keefe. And you've got a terrific batting lineup.
Yeah.
And fortunately for you, you're playing in Bangalore. If you win the toss, bat, don't play the wicket. Play the ball.
Yeah.
Play the bowler.
How
Don't-
simple. How simple. But
how
but
simple.
that- yeah.
And I'm telling you, you get 350, 400. I don't see Australia saving the match.
But this is where the problem is. Like, we have to have an Ashwin and Jadeja win us the match. But on the other side, a Stark and Hazelwood can win a match for them. They are not dependent on the spin. In fact, this is a bonus for
More
them.
of a
Ye to-
complete
ye
attack.
to
This
like-
is a bonus.
we just gave it on a
This is a
platter to
bonus.
them. Yeah.
Yes.
And so now the actual fear is that Stark, Hazelwood, they haven't even performed.
Yeah.
And like I said, and a Warner innings is always there. 8 innings mein to
2 sessions and he is 100 plus.
yeah, it's going to happen.
Let's talk about this one more topic, DRS. India has been horrible on it. Was that the reason that we were opposing it?
Well, okay. So, 2 things. If you don't like something, you don't want to learn more about it. It's a human tendency that we all carry. Okay? Only when it comes back to haunt us, you slowly start to accept it into our system. I think India have learned their lesson. Because we were very reluctant. We were diffident also, I must say. Because we never wanted this DRS. Because something driven by technology, you always have your doubts. So BCCI, good call. But now because you need technology, the way cricket is evolving, and because umpires are, camera captures umpires sleeping these days on the field, you need technology. But I think India, it's at the end of the day, it's a teamwork. DRS is a teamwork.
Yeah.
England do it very well, South Africa, Australia, because they have mastered the art. Short leg, silly point, wicket keeper, captain, and the bowler.
Yeah.
It
We
is
are
not.
newbies to it.
It is a captain's call to go upstairs at the end of the day. But who tells him is these 3-4 guys.
Exactly.
And that's where one of the bowlers went up to Ridhiman Saha and said, "To appeal to karna yaar." This was the situation. Murli Vijay, KL Rahul were desperate. Short leg say, sometimes I also feel the bowler has to chip in. If the bowler is convinced, he has to say, "Boss Virat, please go up." We have messed it up. Jadeja, yes. We messed it up against England, but England were so super pathetic, it didn't bite us.
Yeah.
But Australia,
they capitalized.
but I also read somewhere coaching chahiye DRS mein and all. We will welcome this eventually because there are no two ways about it. There is no escape. We have to take it. And
but see, we are the richest board. There is enough support staff. It's not very difficult to at least have some basic rules on when there. The problem is not when you're fielding, when there is 3-4 guys who can chip in and say, okay, jana hai, nahi jana hai. But when there's just the 2 batsmen out there, probably now it's the non-striker's job to watch the ball.
Yeah.
Also, to suggest to him, boss, to out tha, chhod, don't. I know you'll feel bad about it. Chalo. But here he has to have that kind of conviction only if he's watching the ball, he's understanding the pitch, so all these factors come into play. We'll all pick
Learn
it up
from it. Yeah,
but
we are new to it.
Absolutely, everybody is new to it. There have been horrible
in the
mistakes.
process, we might lose a few test matches.
No, you will lose test matches if you get bowled out in 75 overs.
That's
okay,
correct.
so
That's correct.
So DRS 10 और DRS देता तो भी कुछ नहीं होता.
This is just a fallback option. Ki haan, this is okay. We lost because of DRS.
The DRS is a good thing in the sense that if you know how to manage it, if you know how to tackle it. I mean, in tennis, that in
Hawkeye.
and out, I mean, hockey.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you feel absolutely,
Too much technology
pathetic,
might
absolutely.
mess it
But
up, yeah.
it's there. You need to learn how to use it. But this is the least of the worries for the Indian team camp
The least.
for this series.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Dropping
even
catches
matter.
right above.
Yeah.
How many did we drop? 3 or 4?
6, I guess.
3. Steven Smith ka 3 gaya.
3 to Steven Smith ka.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when things go bad, they go bad. But what Steve Smith also said is very correct, that on a pitch like this, you need some luck. And he got the luck, which is fine. But you get the luck only if you hang around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
तुम
True.
75 overs में 75 overs में
What
तुमको,
luck are you expecting?
20 people in 75 overs, it's 3 overs
And
average.
he hung around for 75 overs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
So naturally you
So all
get
credit
luck.
to him.
All credit to him.
So
all
moving
credit to him.
ahead, KL Rahul, we saw he was injured. Some shoulder he used to.
Well, I'm
So-
not too sure about the reaction. The pain was more mental than physical, I'm telling you. Because that shot was not called for.
That shot, if
Open the
we used to have,
floodgates.
we used to
No,
have
but
an-
during fielding
no, if-
also, during some throws, he used to catch it.
No, if you remember in TV shows, they have this turning point. Turning point of this test match was Mr.
sure.
Rahul's shot.
For sure.
He rebuilt the innings. Credit to him.
Yeah.
But that shot just changed everything.
He could have done what Smith did for Australia.
You had to.
Yeah.
And that's where CP made one point. I remember when we were watching. These guys don't know how to block.
Yeah.
These guys don't know how to leave. You keep
Patience.
attacking.
Patience. Arey yaar,
He went the Stark mode,
Stark mode.
which was not required.
The
at that
fact-
Stark can afford to do that. Not an opening batsman.
See, you need to understand, he did that on the second day of the match. It's a 5-day test match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
Imagine, Nikhil, a lead of 50 for us. Australia
Yeah.
would have been
Yeah.
really... See, playing the catch-up game is never easy. Once we gave them so much, it was very, very difficult to get back. But you can blame KL Rahul.
No, he has to
I
take
don't
a
know if
little
we'll
bit.
see him in the next match because of the injury.
That
he's
doesn't take away from the other batsman who, because he hit a bad shot,
Yeah.
the rest shouldn't have come and started edging.
Ajinkya
things
Rahane
in.
needs to step up. He
Well,
needs to
यार,
save his
step
team.
up.
Rahane, yes.
अभी विराट और एक मैच के बाद लोग बोलेंगे विराट कोहली needs to step up. Please.
Before we finish, I remember legends, Indian legends, talking about how India suddenly have the liberty of playing 5 bowlers. Reality check. Going into Bangalore.
And if Ashwin was the one to open the innings with 5 spinner hi khila dete.
Yes. Ishant is gone for sure now.
But look at the logic. We clearly told that curator, boss, पहला ओवर अश्विन डालने वाला है. Then why did you play 2 seamers?
In fact, Yadav was the most wicket taker in the first inning.
Yes, that is because he was able to reverse the ball. Yeah. He did well. But Ishant, but again, Bangalore I don't think is a pitch for 3 spinners. But we need more batsmen, Nikhil. Like I said, we need 350, 400 more desperately than the Aussies. Because if we don't pile on the runs, मुश्किल है. We'll still win this series, I feel, because it's just.
अरे बाप रे.
Still.
हरभजन को मिल के आए.
No, because CP, what you cannot ignore is India has been dominant for a reason. India has been playing consistent cricket. Aberration, हुआ रहेगा, reality check, whatever you can say, but I still feel India are a better team as compared to Australia on paper. These conditions, for sure.
I think, hate to say it, 3-0 for Australia.
Good Lord.
I think बंद करना चाहिए, नहीं तो मैं 4-0 कर देगा.
Guys, you need to log on to our website, thefangarage.com, for all the latest updates on Indian cricket or cricket in general. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Fan Garage. You can listen to our podcast at IndusVox Media, SoundCloud, Audio Boom, iTunes, and definitely on YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Till then, take care.
Bye.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcast galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.